I have in front of me a HikVision PTZ corner mounting bracket with junction box. It's available with low cost shipping directly from freetv.ie. So interestingly, this will work with the full range of HikVision PTZs, but it'll also work with the Dahua PTZs as well, and we know this because we've actually tested it with it. So basically there's three element parts to it, and I'll just go through each in turn. So the first one you'll be familiar with, the actual bracket that comes with a PTZ. So we can just see here, it's identical to what's there. You simply lock it onto the PTZ and then you use an Allen key to lock it directly through. So that's the first part. There's a little bit of access here in the bottom, so you can open it up and access the cables that are running through. Now the next part is the junction box, and the junction box itself is quite a good idea, because what it's allowing you to do is use your Allen key, open up this door here. It's hinged here, and what you can do then is you can access your cables, put it in, and then lock it in position, so you have them both secure from interference and also watertight, etc. They're locked in, and then the only way the cables will enter into this is through this flange here, and the access to that is quite simple, simply because it hinges. And if you can imagine the camera to be on it, you can hinge it out, feed the camera cables in, and then there's lots of room to take up the slack afterwards inside the box itself. So that's the third part of the jigsaw. And I'll show you the final part here is the actual junction for mounting this onto a corner. So it's very, very common with PTZs that people want to mount them on a corner, and the obvious advantage there is that it'll save half the price of the amount of PTZs you need, because if you can mount it on a corner, you can look instead of getting just full, you can get a reference, we'll say, to the front and the side of a building, and then the back and the other side, for instance, so you can mount on just two corners. Now, when we come along to mount on this, we'll just see the overall design here. So, if you can imagine this was the building here, this is the way we'll be able to mount, and I'm just going to rotate this around, and you get an idea then. This is how we're going to get on there. We put the junction box on and the PTZ further out then. So we have full rotation, and we're able to look directly down this way and also directly down this way. So I don't know if that cardboard box helped my presentation, but hopefully it did. And these are the bolts that come with it here. So there's a total of, I think it's 6 heavy duty bolts, and you can see there's 6 mounting positions, 3 on either side here. And we'd use that for mounting directly into the wall. So overall, we'll say, I'd be very impressed with this. It's really heavy duty stuff. The price point on this is normally horrendous, but we brought this up in a clearance sale, so it's effectively little more in terms of price than a standard bracket, but it's doing a hell of a lot more. And if you went to buy these specialist ones, I guarantee you'll probably pay 3 times the price that you're going to pay on the freetv.ie website.